Hey there, welcome back. Now today I'm really excited to share with you the breakdown of my new single titled Lately. Now that just came out this weekend, and this track is taken from my new album which is about to drop real soon, called A Time to Chill Urban Lounge. Now the flavour of the album is just about those mellow beats, soulful vocal vibes and down-tempo grooves. I really do hope you'll check it out, and if you like what you hear, why not support me by following me on Spotify, as well as the range of other outlets listed down below in the description, and a link to the album will be available real soon so you can grab a copy of that too. Anyway, I'm going to get right into this and show you the key elements which make up this track. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so this particular song is based around two key elements: the bass line as well as a vocal hook. Now the bass line goes something like this. And now for the breakdown. At this point I'm going to dig into the track and show you how all of the elements were put together to create the sound that I've got. Now don't forget that although I'm working in Logic Pro X, the techniques, the skills, the processes are completely transferable to whatever DAW you're working in, okay? So don't be put off by the fact that I'm working in Logic if maybe you're working in Ableton Live or Cubase or some other DAW, okay? Okay, so like I said, besides the bass line, the other element that the song is centered around is this vocal recording. Let me just play you back the original recording.
Lately, I've seen a different look about you, and something's telling me there's not a thing I can do.
Okay, so as you can tell, this is far slower in terms of tempo compared to the finished song. In fact, it's recorded at 71 BPM, and the actual track is produced at 85 BPM. Now, the specific reason I did this was that I would speed up this vocal, I'll time stretch it and do some additional processing so that the texture and character of the recording will sound quite different. Okay, so if I change the tempo now to 85 BPM and I mute this vocal, and here is the vocal clip that I actually ended up using, and I chopped it up into small chunks. So let's have a listen. Okay, so as you can tell, there is quite a bit of auto tuning on there, and the actual vocal clip has got quite a different texture to the original. As you can hear, there's a very sharp cutoff at the end. Now the other thing I've got in terms of this vocal is just below, I've got the same vocal clip but with a load of effects on there. So have a listen to this, and this is played as a delay. Okay, so that's just playing back as a delayed vocal, and let's play them together. Okay, so once I've applied all of my vocal processing, the vocals will sound like this. Okay, and in context of the whole song, this is what the vocal sounds like. Okay, so that's the vocal element. Let's look at some of the other bits that make up the song. Okay, so besides all of the individual drum elements, I've also got something else going on down here, which I'll show you. Let me just play you back this drum group to start off with. Okay, if we just look down here, I've got this ambient rhythm. Let me just solo that. Now this rhythm is just a drum loop that's been really highly compressed. and I've got like a pumping effect on there so that it cuts in and out, and it just gives that feeling as though the drums are breathing. Let's bring the drums back in and you'll hear what I'm talking about. Yeah, so by just adding this ambient rhythm section, this loop, over compressing it so that it really has that pumping effect, you get a nice sort of breathing in your drum section. And now, of course, we've got the bass line, so the bass and drums are working together. Okay, cool. Now the other thing I've got here is a piano sample. Let's just play that back. Now I played the piano in and recorded it in as audio, and then what I've done is I've actually deliberately gone in and I've cut the audio file a bit short, so you get that abrupt cutoff, and that allows it to feel as though I've actually sampled something. Well, it is a sample, but it feels as though I'm triggering a sample because I've cut into the decay just here. So have a listen to it. So these gaps, these spaces actually add something quite interesting to the overall sound. Let's come back in with the drums and the piano. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, cool. And what else have we got? Let's have a quick look. So I've got Logic's Alchemy synth playing a pad sound. Right, so that's just quite basic. What else? I've got a vinyl sample. Okay, yeah, just a bit of vinyl crack, just to dirty things up a little bit. We've got also a guitar riff. And this is being panned from left to right. And I don't think there's much else, to be honest. There's this sound right here. Let's bring this in. And that's it, really. I mean, it's very simple and it comes from Alchemy. And the point I'm trying to make here is that you don't need to overcomplicate things. There aren't that many sounds playing. I've got my drums, I've got my bass, and I've got a few simple sampled type sounds, little riffs going on. I've got the vocal, and that's it. The rest of it is about how you arrange the overall track. So don't overthink things. Don't get too bogged down in choosing too many sounds and layering stuff and then it becoming too complicated. Keep it real simple, but in the song do things that would keep the listener interested, and that will be to do with your arrangement and your sound selection, not necessarily having lots of sounds, but choosing the right sounds that work well together. Now I really do hope you found the tutorial useful, and as a thank you I'm giving you my full sample pack with all of the acoustic drums and percussion used in this project, absolutely free. You can also download for free my Body Blows drum kits sample pack. Again, check the links in the description and you'll be able to get to those freebies right now. I really do value your support. I'd be very grateful if you'd listen to the song here on YouTube as well as Spotify and all of the other platforms that the track is available. And before the album actually drops, I'll be releasing maybe a couple more singles and doing the same breakdown to kind of clue you up on how this thing is done, so you can actually release your own music and get it out there to the world. Now, if you like my vibe, if you like what I'm doing, I'd be so honored if you were to subscribe to this channel as well as my Duce Beats official social media platforms, and all of the links are below. As part of the MTTC squad, remember to switch on your notifications so when my next video drops you'll know straight away. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to catching up with you again real soon. I'm Dr. Duce. Peace.